absolute catastrophe has struck St. James's Park, and I am not using that word lightly. Our talisman, our relentless engine, the man who has single-handedly dragged this side through the mud this season, Anthony Gordon, has been sensationally ruled out of the Brentford clash. This isn't just a minor setback. This is a full-blown hamstring crisis that threatens to derail our entire momentum. Welcome back to the channel, where today we are dissecting the fallout of a development that has sent shockwaves through Tyneside. Let's be perfectly clear. Losing Gordon is like losing the very heartbeat of Eddie Howe's tactical philosophy. This isn't just about his goals or his assists. It's about that ferocious, high-octane pressing that makes us the most feared transition team in the Premier League. The news broke late last night, and the medical reports coming out of Darsley Park are nothing short of harrowing. It appears Gordon suffered a Grade 2 tear during the final minutes of a high-intensity training session, a moment that could define the remainder of our European charge. The timing is frankly diabolical. We are heading into a Brentford fixture that demands physical robustness and tactical discipline, and now we are forced to do it without our most potent weapon. Tactically, this leaves Eddie Howe in an unenviable position. Gordon's ability to switch flanks, his telepathic understanding with Bruno Guimaraes, and his sheer verticality are irreplaceable. Who steps in? Is Harvey Barnes finally ready to carry the mantle for 90 minutes? Or are we looking at a makeshift solution involving Miguel Almiron moving out of his natural habitat? The lack of depth in the wide areas has been a recurring nightmare for the Magpies, and now that nightmare has manifested in the worst possible way. We've seen this script before, an injury list that grows longer than the Tyne Bridge itself, and the fans are rightfully incandescent with rage. Why is our medical department seemingly unable to get a handle on these recurring soft tissue injuries? We are spending millions on talent, yet we are seeing that talent rot on the treatment table during the most critical juncture of the season. The sentiment across social media is one of pure, unadulterated frustration. The Gallowgate end doesn't just want excuses, they want results, and Gordon was the primary provider of those results. This hamstring crisis isn't just bad luck, it's a systemic failure that needs addressing at the highest level of the club. As we look towards the Brentford match, the atmosphere has shifted from optimistic to apprehensive. Without Gordon's pace on the break, Brentford's low block becomes an even more formidable obstacle to overcome. We are talking about a player who commands double teams, freeing up space for Alexander Isak to operate. Now that gravity is gone, we are effectively playing with one hand tied behind our collective back. Let us analyse the metrics for a second. Anthony Gordon ranks in the top percentiles for progressive carries and defensive interventions by a forward. You cannot simply replace that with a bench player who has lacked consistent minutes. The drop-off in quality is staggering. It's a monumental blow to our aspirations for a top 6 finish. Eddie Howe must now prove he is the tactical chameleon we believe him to be. He needs to find a way to manufacture goals without his primary creative outlet. The pressure on Alexander Isak and the midfield trio of Bruno, Joelinton and Willock has just increased tenfold. They need to compensate for the missing 10 kilometres of running Gordon provides every single match. Furthermore, the psychological impact on the squad cannot be overstated. When your most influential player goes down on the eve of a massive away trip, it rattles the dressing room. We need leaders to emerge from the shadows. This is a moment for the senior figures, the Trippiers and the Popes, to galvanise a group that must feel cursed. To the fans listening, I know you are angry. I know you are tired of the constant medical bulletins that read like a war diary. We deserve better than a squad that is perpetually one training session away from a collapse. We must demand answers. Is it the training intensity? Is it the recovery protocols? Or is it simply a squad stretched too thin for the demands of modern football? Whatever the reason, the result is the same. Gordon is out, and Newcastle United are in a world of trouble. The Brentford clash was already a banana skin. Now it feels like a mountain. But we are the Magpies. We thrive in adversity. We need the travelling support to be louder than ever. We need the players on that pitch to play for the badge and for their fallen teammate. The stakes are sky high, the tension is palpable, and the outcome is anything but certain. Before we wrap up this emergency broadcast, I need you to engage. Subscribe, hit that bell, and let us know your thoughts. Is the season hanging by a thread? Who starts on the left wing? We need the Geordie nation to unite. This is Newcastle United. This is our club. Through the highs and the devastating lows, we stand together. How are the lads? We are talking about a player whose work rate is the gold standard for the modern winger. Without him, our defensive shape from the front disintegrates. Brentford are a side that loves to build from the back through Pinnock and me, and without Gordon harrying them, they will have all the time in the world to pick passes into Bemoe and Wissa. It is a tactical disaster. The medical staff at Newcastle must be held accountable. How many times must we lose key personnel to non-contact injuries before the board intervenes? It's professional negligence at this stage. We have one of the most talented squads in our history, yet half of them are perpetually incapacitated. It's infuriating, it's predictable, and it is potentially season-ending. We cannot keep relying on miracles from the substitutes. We need our best players on the pitch, and Gordon is undoubtedly one of our best. This is a dark day, but we will march on. Like, subscribe, and share this video to spread the word. The Gordon crisis is real, and the implications are massive.
keep the faith, keep the noise up, and as always, how are the lads?